Welcome back, friends, to Solid Air, the show where artists and I listen to and talk about some of our favorite songs. For the first episode of the year, I thought I'd surprise you with something extra special. I traveled all the way to Vancouver, Canada to bring you the first Solid Air filmed outside of my home. Today's guest joins me less than 12 hours after having thrown a warehouse rave for 10,000 people alongside UK legends Skream and Benga. He's everything you'd expect him to be: humble, curious, giggly, and so very thoughtful. This episode is brought to you by me and the members that support it on my private listening club on Patreon. Welcome to my home away from home, Fred Gibson, or perhaps better known as Fred again. Welcome to my home away from home in Vancouver.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me.
Shout out to Brett, he's over there.
Shout
this
out
is
Brett.
not my home.
Yeah.
Music show. Sub Island by Skream to start the show.
Pick up Skream.
Because I thought, like, well, how do I start a show with you? You just played a banging show last night with Skream and Benga.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Great. I feel like, yeah, it was absolutely surreal for me. Like I was saying to you yesterday, like there's like when I was like 13 to 18, like every week those guys would put out a song that would like change my life and make me want to go make tunes. And so there was a moment where I think like I played E-Trips by Benga, and then Skream played Midnight Request Line.
Crazy.
And then Benga played Night, and then Skream played 26 Basslines, and I was like, what is going on? Like it was actually I was taken aback by how spun out I was about it. Because it was, yeah, those are all like formative pieces of music for me.
And it's just banger after banger and endless. But you're saying, weren't you saying to me last night, like they were just, not chaos is the wrong word?
Yeah, no, it is. They play beautifully chaotically. I love it. Like it's very instinctive and reactive and like, yeah, it's beautifully chaotic. I loved playing back to back with them.
Why did you choose them for here?
But I was desperate to play with those guys, and we were desperate to come to Vancouver, and we spoke to so many people, and they were all like, Vancouver absolutely loves bass music like that, and
yeah,
that would be a really good match. And they hadn't played in North America for 15 years, I learned. So
that's so wild, and you got them here.
I know. I hadn't really realised the significance of that part, if I'm honest. Yeah, I was.
You call up favors. I've flown in, commandeered Brett's house. This is the first time the show's been out of my home, and I've done my best to keep it. This is from home with the dust from home still on it.
Nice, the Sydney dust.
I know, right? But I wanted to keep it kind of somewhat true. You brought some songs.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just thinking about the bass line.
and don't worry, this is not a back-to-back where you're like.
Yeah, but
generally your mind is like, shit, what have I got? What BPM are we on?
I'm instinctively trying to send for you my next tune.
Yeah, it's a different kind of back-to-back, but what I'll do first is I'll play you another song to get us warmed up, and then you can kind of load us up with something.
Yeah,
But I want to kind of take us here. Akira Kosamura and Haruka Nakamura. The track called Garden. Pick up.
It's like it's the one sonic giving away the like
electricity.
Yeah.
I'm playing this for you because I want to know a bit about like atmosphere and ambience, because your music has a lot of, I think a lot of the soul might come from that kind of thing. And like even when the show finished, it had like a song similar to this.
Yeah.
What are you drawn to in that kind of sound?
I think
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure. I think about this a lot. I think a lot about things that are like primal, like it's a really obvious basic example, but like a Fall to the Floor is a very like tribal feeling. Like it's, I think for like thousands and thousands of years, humans have probably made that
banging,
that beating thing. And similarly, I think drones, obviously this isn't quite a drone, but like a lot of the stuff I do is born from starting with a drone. And I think I'm not quite sure where from, but I feel like there's something sort of coded within us to find peace in that. Maybe somewhere in nature there's like, you know, if you're sat by a waterfall, there is a drone of sorts there. And like here, the like background noise, obviously a lot of that's like kids and birds, but also there's noise aspects that are, wow, that's a cool sonic, yeah. So yeah, I think there's something in the sort of finding the drone that can sit at the heart of the piece. Often they'll like be what I'll make the vocal around, and then they'll just stay in there for the whole song, and it just gives this kind of gluing bed that it can all sit on that I really like.
Max Richter, who came on the show, told me that like he uses subsonics because it's a frequency that like occurs in thunder and in waves, and it's a similar thing where it's like you've got this kind of rumble that kind of feels.
One of the great subsonics is the low note in the first piece of Sleep by Max.
Yeah,
that's
precisely.
The timing of that is just, it's one of the heaviest drops ever.
Right.
And there's
I saw that live and I'm like, yo.
Crazy, crazy. He's a friend of mine, I know Max a bit, he's great, unbelievable composer.
He got lost in my garden on the way to the show.
Right.
It was quite embarrassing. This is a music show and I did ask you to bring songs. And I know that's what you do for a living, but it's slightly different when we're drinking tea and having shortbread, and I'm not Skream or Benga. What do you want to play for me?
I was gonna, what did I put first? Oh yeah, from your hometown.
Sydney.
Not just Australia, but Sydney, Australia.
Tell me when to go.
Shady Nasty Screwdriver. This is one of the, I would say, my favourite band in the world right now.
Wow.
I absolutely love this record. The whole album, the album's called Trek, and this is on that. Kevin, who's the singer, he reminds me of Mike Skinner.
Yeah.
Like how much you hear his accent and like how deep the lyrics have like story behind them. But also the guys in the band, they all come from jazz and other backgrounds. Yes, and you can really, not actually as much in this song, but there's this fluidness to their timing that is really, really, really inspiring to me. Like they'll push and pull the tempo, and here the guitar tone that comes in is just crazy.
It's like post-punky, a little bit. Yeah, wow. It's so interesting hearing it through your ears, you know? Because I've heard this record, but it's, I don't know. Even though they spell it screwdriver.
Yeah.
That's how we say it?
Yeah.
Screwdriver.
180 BPM, the wind noise pumps like techno. I know this shit's impressive. She's holding up her pinky like, bro, what the fuck's the message? You've never seen a V6 hit the red bit on the dash, that's a blessing. You've never seen a case of monster cans on the backseat. Caffeine, carnitine, chlorine. Heartbeat hitting 208, the garden's go disintegrate. There's nothing on this asphalt.
See, as an Aussie, I'm not used to hearing such a strong accent.
Really?
Yeah.
And I love how there's 5 of these notes and they just let them keep cycling over the bar line. They came to Dublin, we played in Dublin 2 weeks ago. We filmed that show actually, so that show will come out. We're gonna... Yeah, we filmed it properly, it looks incredible. And Kev's voice was like half gone in the way that was so good. Like he was like shouting the words.
Wow.
And it's the horse, like, it was, yeah, he was sounding crazy.
It's worth saying that I am here, and a lot of us in the Fred orbit of late have been involved in the madness of USB 2, which is your never-ending. It will end some point. But album.
Well, and when I die.
Is it gonna just continue?
Yeah, I want it to just go on forever. That's what I like about it. Yeah, it's, I don't know, what do you call that? It's just like an evolving record, I guess.
Does that mean never any albums ever again?
No, because I'll there's like records that the way I see it is that the albums I make are kind of like the actual life records and 10 Days and stuff. They're like very much sort of considered time capsules of like a moment.
Yeah.
They're like, and they need to feel really personal and tell exactly this story. And then USB songs, they can sometimes have all of those aspects to them, but it's a much freer place. It's more just like songs built to play in these rooms.
Yeah.
And sometimes they can have like a real depth of feeling, and sometimes they can just be like a kick drum and a bass line and nothing else. But yeah, I like the idea of this. It's liberating to make music and know that there's this place I can put it that's like context-led, that isn't, I don't have to deep it as much as I deep it with the albums and things.
It's like a folder of memories.
Yeah,
Almost.
and I like we were saying when we were chatting yesterday about things having like Soundcloud energy. I love it when things can just be like put out and feel spontaneous and present and like...
Is that personal, or is it a reaction to the industry?
I don't know, I think it's just how I've always liked it, and you just have to... I think that's just always a thing that I've liked in music, like when you feel people play something at the show that night and they say, oh, I've put it on SoundCloud now and it's there.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to do the same thing but on a couple other websites.
I miss those days where it was like, actually, okay, I was gonna play something else, I'm gonna play this. I couldn't get this on streaming, not because it's obscure, but because it's not on, they haven't uploaded it.
Okay.
This is a Indonesian duo, Toxic Dev. Wikiko Shorty, came out a couple years ago. It's all about SoundCloud.
Epic.
It's all about like local.
Turning it up.
Yeah, go. I just love music from different parts of the world that you wouldn't expect. And they've...
Do you know what they're...
I don't. My dad's from Indonesia, like he was born there. But I just think it's like, that's kind of what SoundCloud's about, right?
Yeah.
It's
I'd be
about
interested
like...
to know what the context that... I'd be interested to know what they're listening to.
Yeah. It
sounds like there's some Sunny like influence in like...
I hear some Uzi.
Oh
yeah.
Well, true. But yeah, very much. Yeah.
I had to rip it from SoundCloud just to have it on here in preparation.
Yeah, I feel like there's like a mix you get on SoundCloud. I mean, it doesn't make any sense as a thought, but there's a way like drums sound. It doesn't make any sense as a thought because it's just a place you put the file. But I would say there's like a genuine, in the same way that like Fruity Loops has a sound of the drums.
Yeah.
I feel like there's like a nice, often like roughness to mixes on SoundCloud that has a really nice DIY feeling to them.
I was talking about it with Paris, Texas recently when they came on. Like I think we all missed that era.
Yeah.
Like and you're helping perhaps to bring it back, but it's just like kind of, it was loose. It wasn't like pre-save now. It was like
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, there's definitely one thing that's kind of a blessing and a curse with like streaming now is that you can change the file after it's out.
Yeah.
And I get caught in that sometimes of like,
Oh, do you?
even after a song is out, I'll be working on the mix for the next like 9 months, just making tweaks,
And you're just like, because like,
and I'll just swap it. And that's I don't think that's good for, I think it's good to have to draw a line in
do
the
you
sand.
tell people? Or is it like,
No, I just do it.
ooh.
But it's just like small, I'll just be like, oh, I want there to be less like 50 hertz on the kick drum so there's a bit more space with the sub.
Yeah.
It's like small stuff or like,
I guess that's why people used to do remasters and stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's like, we'll fix it later.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now you can fix it whenever.
yeah, I think me and Sonny both get caught in this a bit of like, I think it's good.
Skrillex, for anyone wondering. Son.
Yeah, like I think it's probably good for people who make music to have a hard line in the sand of like, it's not done, it's just, you know, whoever said that line of like, a song's never finished, it just comes out.
Yeah,
And that's a good thing
interesting.
to...
I guess that's why I ask, and I was trying to understand when I was speaking to a lot of your team about everything that's going on, and like, is this like instinct, or is it just like you see what everyone else is doing and don't want to do that? But it feels like it's a lot more like, I just want to be fast, I want to be free.
I'm not sure what we're motivated by that. I remember like, I think I like having a sense of structure, even if you then fuck with it a bit. Like, for example, just saying like 10 songs in 10 weeks. Like I kind of, even though in the end I've ended up doing 2 songs this week and 4 songs on Soundcloud last week, I think I like having like a start point of something that I'm like, okay, that's what that's gonna feel like, and then we could play a show each Friday, and
Yeah.
then we could maybe try and play the show back to back with the person we made the song with, and all these.
Yeah.
I just kind of like having some sort of
Like a road ahead that you can kind of
yeah.
go
Like
down.
I often like it if I can just say it in like a simple sentence that I could say to like my sister or like my niece, and it just like
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
like
got
really
you.
contained. Even if you then deviate from the rules or whatever. Or,
Yeah, yeah. I feel like your team really responds to that too, because it's like you've got the constraints of this is what we're doing, and now what else can we do?
Yeah.
Like,
Now it's like, okay, now what are we actually doing?
let's shoot a music video.
Yeah.
The gig.
Yeah.
This is what happened last night. What song have you got next?
This is Bongizwe. I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but I think it's Bongizwe Mabandla.
Tell me.
And he is an incredible South African singer and songwriter. And there's loads and loads of records I could have played of his. I actually got to meet him like a year ago. We
Really?
wrote a little bit in New York, and he sings mainly in his like native tongue, and so I don't understand any of the words, and it's so nice when you listen to music and you don't know any of the words, because you're just sort of, if you'll hear the way he sounds, you don't need to hear any of it.
Totally.
Ngiyakhumbula kunesangomntwana siphila ngenyembezi siphila ngokuzama wawunondibalisela
It's insane.
ngephupha lejumo uthe bambelela kulo wonke usubone emhlabeni esweni langabo
Stunning.
Angekho elimthanda njengawe usubone emhlabeni esweni
A little bass.
Angekho elimthanda njengawe mama ubusindisela ubomi bami
His tone.
So simple, the guitar is.
Yeah. That has that kind of same primal energy. There's these hypnotic little loops. Like, it doesn't sound like anyone's tried to show off on the guitar.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, we're just putting something so that he can sing over it. Like, it's very unintellectualized in a way that I love.
I love that. Hey guys, hope you're enjoying this episode. I'm jumping in here real quick just to say that this show is literally made possible by people like yourself joining my private listening club on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Not only do you help this show exist, but you also get playlist and track IDs and behind the scenes for this episode, sometimes signed giveaways, as well as a hosted weekly curated music show hosted by me.
But yeah, like hearing him when we were in New
what's
York,
that
we'd
like?
like jam on things, and I'd be playing the piano, and it's like this. Like that's just what pours out of him every time he sings, and so I'd just be like playing again, like the simplest parts, just could be anything. It feels like, and he can just go forever and ever. But it's the things that like, because they feel kind of like a lot of his music feels like folk music, in a way that could be kind of like passed down almost. But I find it interesting the areas that feel really simple and the areas that feel really complex, because some of his vocal phrasing is very nuanced and loose in timing. And then some of the guitar parts are like the simplest thing you've ever heard.
It's very, quite gospel,
Yeah.
Such a DJ. You see when I'm loading up.
Yeah.
I thought I could hear like some ambience, and it's like you chewing the shortbread. I'm like, what's that? What's that other detail in there? It's Fred having a cookie. Obviously, it's reminded, but this is one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
Tracy's. Simple.
Life I've always wanted, I guess I'll never have.
Groove.
I'll be working for somebody else.
The
until
groove in her
I'm
voice is
in
just
my
mental
grave.
every time.
I'll be dreaming of a life of ease and mountains, oh mountains of thanks. Have a big expensive car, drag my furs on the ground. Have a maid I can tell to bring me anything. Everyone will look at me with envy and with greed.
So much groove. She's like a drummer and a singer and a guitarist all in one.
Oh, an absolute legend. What's she doing now?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Sweet lazy life,
Oh.
champagne and caviar.
She's so in the pocket.
Hope you come and find me.
It just
You know
goes.
who we are. Those who deserve the best in life know what the money's worth.
It reminds me of the way Marvin Gaye sings. Like it's so in the pocket. Every little melisma and like run is like a groove part.
Yeah.
Oh, they tell me still time to save my soul.
So you played a Sampha a cappella
Yeah.
last night, and do you kind of live for those moments? It feels like you're providing an experience. You didn't like that you're pulling out, the instrumental underneath, and it's not your track. But you talked about when we chatted yesterday. You played the weekend in Toronto. Are those moments? What do you feel in those moments?
I think there's something very powerful about an a cappella voice always. Particularly if you've heard like big, full, subby music for a while.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes if I'll do it there is a piece of music that I love that feels specific to that place, there's a nice kind of acknowledgement of like, this is us here and now, which is what I love about all of these USB shows, is they're just totally different every time. So like every city is getting a totally different ride for me and them both. But yeah, like I think the Sampha one, I just had that idea that day of playing that bit of a cappella because I realised it would be in the same key as this other song. So I was like, oh, that could be, they could go into one another and then it would ascend into the sun coming up, and that could be a nice feeling. So I tried that.
Can you explain the sun for people that haven't seen it?
There's this big, this giant like tungsten bulb that comes up at the end of the show, and it's just a really beautiful feeling because we're quite used to, I think, like kind of flashy LEDs and lights that can just be like on the strobes, and then there's this light that genuinely just takes like 15 minutes to heat up and glow, and it feels so different. It feels much more like of the world, of the actual world. And so at the end of the show, we gradually just turn that on and you feel this like sort of sunlight feeling thing fill the room from the back.
It must be thrilling to see everyone's faces.
It's beautiful.
Because everyone's lit up, you're backlit.
Yeah.
Because I was just grinning because it's just like you feel the warmth, but not necessarily like from the light. But just from everyone, there's an energy there.
And it's nice when I get to turn around and I can see all of the bleachers people are all these perfect silhouettes. Like yesterday I turned around and I just saw all these like
that was the
hands doing
theme.
this,
It was like everyone was doing hard.
Yeah, that was incredible. That really made me like almost tear up seeing like
everyone's
everybody
doing it
like
back.
that.
And it felt like very...
That was a really memorable sight.
Are the bleachers for that kind of that connection with each other?
Yeah, I think it's just lovely feeling like we're all surrounded. Like there's not like crowd stage. It's all just one thing, and I'm just here. That's the feeling I like. Can I play something else that I've just made me think of?
Of course.
I'm guessing you'll know this record. People reference this a lot, but this is these unbelievable Bulgarian folk singers.
I do.
Oh,
why do you think I know this?
I think so. I don't know. You might do. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
But so the reason why I'm interested to play it is, like when we're talking about the things that feel like tribal and primal and like folk music and they can be passed down, the thing that blows my mind about this music is that it's there, I'm told by friends of mine from there, that this is their like folk music, but it's so intricate, so I don't understand, like, you know, if you hear Blowing in the Wind, you can understand how you could easily just sit by the fire and learn that song and that could be passed down.
Yeah.
This music, I don't understand how it's being passed down.
Wow.
It must be that there's things that are intuitive and natural if you're raised in this culture that are totally intricate and complex to me. Because like, that is not a chord you get in... And then they all sit on unison like that sometimes.
Wow, I love that.
But the harmony is...
Wow.
Absolute heater. The best ones are actually the album that we can't get is the one that's a cappella only. But I reckon I'll send it to you.
Orchestral.
Yeah, it's a cappella only and it's really... Let me just see if this one is that, because...
It could be, you know.
Oh. It's like the closest thing I can think about it in relation to is like Rachmaninoff or something, and that is super headsy, like intellectual, thought through music that one man wrote.
Yes.
So I don't understand how this level of complexity and intricacy can be like passed down. I
guess it's being together and learning it together.
Yeah.
And you feel your place. How does the classical Fred come into the artist now?
I think it's probably kind of reactionary. Well, I can play you some. There's one thing on my, I love a certain. I love particularly like the romantic composers, like Rachmaninoff, like I said, and like Prokofiev and like Debussy and Prokofiev's a bit later, but like there's a sort of, and Beethoven as well is like really early romantic. And
were you into them early, like young?
Well, that's what I was playing on. I sort of did that on the piano and tuned percussion from kind of like, I don't know, 8 to 18 or whatever. And then I did that. I went to a classical music college.
So you went through all the grades then?
Yeah, I did the grades. Yeah. I loved it, but there was like, and there's something good in the mindset of classical music in terms of, I love how the composers approach it from a place of real discipline. Like, you get the odd like rock star like Mozart, but most of them, like Bach, just woke up and went to work every day in honor of serving his God, mainly for him, I think. But like, there's this real dignified discipline to it that I really admire. I think Max Richter, who you mentioned, works in that way nowadays, obviously. But like, I can, one of the songs, if I can, should we cut to the one? Because the reason why I wanted to play you this, this is. I'll give it a minute. You can hear Max's influence as well, yeah. So the reason why I wanted to play this is because, do I do that one?
This one, where?
It's because, so this is one of the late Beethoven string quartets, and this is number 15, and in A minor, and this is the like adagio, the slow movement, and basically the guy, what it reminds me of is a thing I was wanting to tell you is like about, I don't know, well, I'll explain it in full context. So like my classical teacher when I was younger was this guy called Mr. Baird, or Mr. Whitebeard. He had this beautiful, majestic white beard. He was like 75. He met his wife Penny at the Royal College of Music when they were both 19.
Wow.
I met them when he was 75, and we had like 10 years of learning together until he passed away. And we'd go down to their basement. They had these 2 rooms that they'd both teach in. He had one with his piano and all his papers everywhere. She had one with her piano and all her papers everywhere. Incredible couple. His son still teaches my dad drums, actually.
No way.
Yeah. And Mr. Whitebeard, who loved Beethoven more than any Beethoven was his absolute king for him. And he, basically the late string quartets are kind of known, I mean, I don't want to speak for other people, but some people I think say they were like very ahead of their time in some moments. This one's more plaintive, but there's the Fuga Grossa, which is like very ahead of its time, and I think Stravinsky and people would have been really inspired by that. And then there's pieces like this. Anyway, all of this to say, the thing that's really stayed with me is Mr. Whitebeard was like talking about Beethoven, and he was talking about how he had such a deference and a love for him and his music, and he'd listened to it and played it all of his life. And he was like, but I still don't understand the late string quartets. He was like, I still haven't connected with them. And he was saying, what he said was, at the age of 82 or whatever, when he was saying this to me, he was like, I know that Beethoven's right. He was like, I'm just waiting, I can't wait to find out.
What is he trying to understand?
He's like, I think he was like, I don't know, I would be fascinated to ask him more now, but like, I think he was like, I still haven't found my point of connection with them. But he wasn't saying, I don't like them. He was saying, I know Beethoven's right, and I can't wait to get there. And I just thought that was the most incredible way to like I'm sure you'll have that with a handful of music, just like one or two, and I have it with like one or two musicians. Like when Black Messiah came out, like I wasn't listening to it just to decide whether or not I liked it. I was listening to it because I knew that the new D'Angelo record was going to be the most important thing of those few years for me.
Yeah, I love that though. I love that kind of openness to understanding.
So humble, like.
Can I say though as well, like you talking about classical music is an absolute pleasure, because like I come from such a place of ignorance. I didn't study it. I don't even know it. I just like hear some things. And I'm like, I like that. I don't know why. But you're like, you're a student.
I was. I don't know. Look, I mean, not compared to the people I was at college with, but yeah, I did. My younger years like that.
Trained.
Yeah.
Like, it's in the bio.
Yeah, it's
like-
in the bio.
But no, for real, like, I haven't heard you talk about it much, and you're just like, you can list it out, you can rattle it out. It's second nature. Like, I can probably second nature a lot of like talking about Motown and bass lines of Motown.
Nice.
Because that's what I came up on with my bass teacher. But this is like, just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, well, I want to get back more into it, actually. That's one of my things for next year is I want to start learning the piano again. Like, not just playing, I want to actually start learning.
Who do you want to sound like? Well, not like, but
I want to be able to, I want to learn things that Keith Jarrett plays.
Ah, lovely. Let's change it up. Let's kind of go off, riff off this.
Nice.
I gotta wheel up. No one's ever wheeled up on my show before. Trust it to be you.
On that tune as
That's
well.
funny.
Just the
That's
first
funny.
two notes of a piano.
Banger.
I was looking at it, I was like, I wonder if it will work on this and wheel up. I've never
It
used
does.
one of these.
The thing is, because this is my home thing, I put my coffee on top of it and I eat biscuits on top of it. And like there's crumbs in it, so it gets jammed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you're lucky.
This is a huge tune.
Well, do you want to introduce it?
This is God Moving Over the Face of the Waters by Moby. It's all about this piece of polyphony here. It's definitely inspired by Philip Glass, I would guess.
Totally.
Forever. I remember when I heard that and I was like 14 at school, my friend played it to me. And as soon as that other piano part came in, I was like, oh, forever. I want to be here forever now.
But then it keeps going, right? Do you think of Heat, the film?
Is
You
it
know,
in
the,
it?
the very last scene where the gunfight at the
And there's that,
the airport.
in the back, in this sort of junkyard area,
Yeah. And Pacino, there's this like knowing Pacino face at the end.
Yeah, Moby's unreal at the like cinematic feeling. It's so, because there's just that one slice of like intricacy between those two pianos, and then all the ideas that support it and host it are all beautifully simple. Like, they're all just serving that one.
Yeah, right.
grain
That's
of-
holding it together.
That is the absolute. That's a drone to me. I mean, it's polyphony, but like it's.
Such a fascinating discography.
Yeah.
Cinema. You're so right though, it just like keeps you in the swirl. Have you done orchestral yet? Have you gone orchestral?
I did when I was. In sort of ways, I'm sort of resistant of doing. I think. I made these pieces that I called grandly called them symphonies when I was a teenager, but that's only because I learned that to call something a symphony, it just has to be a piece with lots of different timbres and textures. And I was like, oh, sick! So I can just write. I thought it was going to be more legislation.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to pass more PhD stuff to get a symphony. So I did bits like that then, but I think I'm looking forward to getting back there in a few years maybe. I don't think I'm there.
Where are you
now.
going, do you think? Like, do you think you'll get going to soundtracks or like
Maybe.
scoring?
Maybe, yeah. I have slightly looked into. It'd be, I think I just don't want to do, you do get, sometimes people kind of, you're in a position where you can do something with the orchestra, and so you just kind of do a really like, sort of basically done orchestration of the music you've written, and it doesn't have much function to me that, like I really would want to do it with real intention if we did something like that. But yeah, I do want to get there, but it's not where I'm at now.
The storytelling is there. Like when I saw you after the gig, like I did say it's cinema. Like it's like when people are kicking around the cans after the show and your music's playing, it's like people are in a moment and they're like frozen in time. Like,
Thanks,
and that's the intention of like you told me, like you don't want to start house lights on, everyone fuck off.
Yeah, I hate
and
that.
you could see like people like let's get a photo.
Yeah.
Let's be together.
Yeah.
And I'm like that you're scoring their experience. So you are doing it all. That's why I asked. Less because like you're a multi-instrumentalist, can do a lot of stuff, but like there is a underlying desire to give people a score of some experience.
No, I appreciate that.
Maybe I'm overthinking it, but
no, I
it's beautiful.
totally appreciate that. Yeah.
Where do you want to take us next?
These three brothers from Mexico City called Latin Mafia, who are great friends of mine, and we're playing together in 2 weeks in Mexico. Yeah. And that's where the last one of these shows is happening. Yeah. That's an announcement if this comes out before.
It's going to come out after, nice. So it did happen. How was it?
Nice, yeah. It was so good, man. But they've made this incredible album, and this is, I'm going to butcher it again. How's your Spanish?
I'm a Chinese Australian, so take a guess. Y como te digo que.
Yeah.
Si tú no has estado aquí, ¿qué quieres sanar? ¿Cuál es tu necesidad?
Yeah, similar world of hypnosis to the one before, yeah.
I can see a pattern.
That's the word I always think about is hypnosis. It's like they're wanting there to be a part, like the two pianos and the thingy that you can just get the hypnosis from. And here it's...
I love that. It's a shape.
Yeah, it's a shape. Nicely put.
When you told me Latin Mafia last night, I didn't think this. I was expecting like...
Yeah, they're funny. They are a really interesting combination of things. Because they'll be quite aware of that and like kind of find that funny, but then make very like meaningful, very beautiful music at the same time.
How'd you come across them?
I played a show. We got to do one of my favorite raves we've ever done in this like abandoned swimming pool in Mexico. And I was reaching out to people, this was a couple of years ago, and I was reaching out to people to ask who they were listening to locally, to try and to see what music I liked that was local, to try and make some edits of. And someone played me their music a couple of years ago, and I mashed up a song of theirs with a song of mine. And then I've been listening to them since then.
Wow, stunning.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Modulation.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Modulation, that is so good, that bit. Let's do that again. Oh, it's unprepared.
It's weird, there's a connection to a lot of different things. Like I can hear Max Richter in this now. You know what I mean? Are you a nostalgic person?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I can hear a lot of that in your ear, you know. It's there's like a memory. In
it,
you know.
Yeah, I hear that totally.
Wow, that was so surprising. Like Latin Mafia,
Come on.
and then it's like the prettiest thing we've heard so far. Now don't look at my screen.
Okay,
I'm gonna give you options.
What, so you're gonna give me options based on describing them?
Yes.
Okay, nice. Describe them using only shapes.
One is definitely triangles on spandex.
What? Okay.
Another is like, have you heard of Tracy? Just the artist Tracy?
Don't think so.
Okay. One is completely absurd,
Okay.
and one is more in your world.
I've got to go.
This is absurd.
Okay.
This is your world. I think you'd like them both, but this is not a game show. I just couldn't decide, and like I feel better if you choose it.
What's the triangles?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's do the triangles.
Press play. This one.
A short time ago, in a galaxy closely knit.
This is LMFAO. Rock the Beat 2, not 1.
Really?
On that whiskey all day. Just read it. 2 men.
What made you say triangles?
Because you know, Red Food, he's like, he's wearing like spandex and triangles and the afro.
Fine. Okay, we're there. I understand. This was this interesting moment where dubstep sound design became presets, and suddenly it was became a very different feeling of genre.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I remember like in the sort of 4 years or 5 years before this reached the States and it became presets that you could buy. It was like sound design of like, if you could make that sound.
So that's just something that they might have like just hit and then
Yeah, I mean,
maybe.
no disrespect. I'm sure they can do sound design, but like there was a moment where everyone was like, yeah, Rusko did a future music magazine thing, and he's in his attic and he's on his computer and he's using Albino, the synthesizer, and I know so many people like me who would like freeze that video at all the points and try and copy all of the parameters to understand how you make these sounds, because there was no.
And then it reached America.
And then it got big enough that people were making presets, and you could access that level of sound design. And then it was this interesting moment where I was like, oh, okay, so
what is
if you can define the genre in presets that you can give out, which obviously you can't, it's bigger than that.
Yeah.
You'll see what will survive will be the realist. Absolute tune,
You know
this one.
Yeah, this is Tracy.
I've made an edit of this.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Sick, this is a banger.
Absolute heater.
I played it because like,
With a hutch.
that's really interesting about the, sorry, now I've distracted
By the
you.
way,
Look at
epic
it.
mix.
Yeah, right.
Coming from, what was it called? Beat the Rock. Rock the Beat.
Rock the Beat 2.
Don't tell nobody. Hush, 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 hush.
Yeah, weirdly, was this put on the internet first under a different artist name?
It was just said Tracy.
Really?
Like a quiet,
I think,
like.
One Man, do you know One Man?
Yeah.
He sent me this.
Oh, really?
When it was on YouTube, and then I made an edit mashing it up with Kodak Black, which I'm not sure if...
all the right things, right? It's that one. Still mysterious, you know.
Some gyal wanna fuck. I just in them want it rough. Gyal want pull up the clutch. Drop right in them off. And me like the pum pum nuff. And me like the pum pum buff. And she want this.
Someone shared this, as I know with you, they shared it with me on a live stream.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Rico coming out of nowhere, you know.
This time I love, this I lost. Pum pum get boss. Pum pum we love. In a pum pum me trust.
Harmonic.
Yeah. I love all these bits. It's like, it doesn't take itself too seriously. It's got that.
Oh yeah.
Hard. Do you love the thrill of the back-to-back? Do you love like the panic?
Yeah. I love that I can't get in my own head because I have to just react to what's happening. So it's much more, you're just present because you have to be.
Yeah,
So I love that about it, yeah.
It's a ticking time bomb. Like, I don't do it often, but it's like, don't fuck it up type thing.
Yeah.
And get there in time.
Yeah, I love that about it.
But why I played LMFAO was because like drops. How do you think about drops? Like drops are like.
That was so hot. They invented the drop.
But like, how do you like think about it? Is it like, do you want people to like, melt people's faces, or do you want people to laugh, or do you want people to like, in that?
You know, me and my friend, a lot of my mates actually, It's like a note, like when we hear the hardest drop, a lot of the time it makes me laugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've had this before, like with people I'm working with, where they'll play like the thing and the drop will come in and I'll just be creasing.
Yeah.
And sometimes almost people will think it's like rude. Like think I'm like laughing at their song and I'm like, no, this is like,
so
like when
loud.
it comes in like that, I'm just like, like it just makes me actually crease. Or the other very UK thing is when the drop comes in, this is what Ollie Skream was saying a lot last night, is it comes in, it's like, fuck off, fuck off. Like as soon as it lands.
I love that. The biggest compliment.
Yeah, that is the biggest compliment.
Get fucked.
And he was like shoving me like with real physicality. Like I really got like knocked off one point. And the drop came in, he just went, fuck off.
But then there's wheeling as well, right? That's the kind of, I guess, more traditional. I got a wheel up, so you know.
Yeah,
My
true.
Moby drop was something. Should we go on to? I'm seeing what's next. Should we just go?
Well, you know that we got to do one before this because there's a content. The one that isn't on that isn't on Spotify. I was about to play the line by D'Angelo. The story that I absolutely love about this. So me and my friends who I kind of learned how to write songs and make music with when we were teenagers, we all discovered D'Angelo when we were like 18 or something. And that time he was away, you know, it was after Voodoo.
Oh, okay.
He was kind of a myth. He didn't really exist in the world. And we all discovered Brown Sugar, but mainly Voodoo around then, and became just like, you know, it's so many producers I know spend like at least 5, sometimes 10 years just making like Dilla beat knockoffs or like, and we were just doing kind of exactly that. Just trying to understand like the pocket and the way the bass and kick hit and the laziness of the hat, all these, like just being like, why does this make me feel so good every time I listen to this music? And we had that for years and years and years. But the thing that I wanted to play, because it gives it a lovely context, is obviously the drummer on Voodoo is Questlove.
Yep.
And Questlove, my friend reminded me when we were talking about this record the other day that Questlove said somewhere that he was playing at I think it's like some Soul Train thing at House of Blues or something. And he knew that D'Angelo was in the crowd. And he'd turned down playing drums on Brown Sugar because he didn't want to play on some new soul singers record. He was like, that's not what I'm on. And he knew, and since then Brown Sugar had come out and he'd heard it and been like, oh shit.
It's real.
Yeah, and he was playing with the Roots and he knew that D'Angelo was in the crowd and he was like, I've got to play something that will let this guy know that I've got to play something that means that we're talking now. No one else in the room. He was like, I need to connect to this man up there. And so he played this like break. He like just abandoned whatever he was meant to be playing with the Roots and played this break from Madhouse, which is a Prince side project basically. It's actually Prince playing the drums. Is it? I think it's Prince, but it doesn't sound like Sheila E., who was his drummer around then. It sounds... So he went into this.
Thinking that he would know it? Or was
and D'Angelo apparently got up and was just like,
yo.
Like and so then he was like, I got him. And the Roots apparently were like looking at him like, what are you doing? Where are you going? And he was like, I'm in a conversation right now and I need to land this. But I just love the context of that because that's like, I think Prince is playing basically everything here. I don't know why I think he's
play
playing
one more
the drums.
time. Wow.
Such a nice roll sound.
It's funny, it's this show as well as it's DJing, it's like trying to get the person.
Yeah.
Got him!
Yeah, that's what he was doing, but on the kit.
What a great story.
So yeah, I just love that drum roll.
Look at you, you're DJing, you're fading out on YouTube.
I should have tried to do the YouTube mix. But yeah, I love that then led to the relationship that made, I don't know, maybe the best record ever.
And so then they combine.
Yeah, with Pino Palladino on bass. And Russell Lovato is obviously a key part of this. He engineered and recorded it all.
This whole era of the Soulquarians and goodness.
Yeah, I've read everything I can possibly read about this era, Electric Lady and all of that.
Erica,
Common,
you know.
Roots.
You've been here, hearing a lot of things about me. Oh, I know. I've heard it all too clear. This is what
No one had that pocket of just like, it's so lazy.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm gonna hold on to my pride. I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna stick to my guns. Gonna stick to my guns, yeah. I'm gonna put my finger on the trigger. I'm gonna pull it. Gonna pull it, then we gon' see what the deal.
The timing of
What the deal? I'm for real.
Were they all jams?
Yeah, I think
kind
the
of
way
sounds
I've read, at least from what I've read, and I've spoken to a few people who were kind of peripherally involved, is that a lot of the records started as jamming on other songs, just covers,
Yeah.
until they became something else.
Yeah.
So they would just sort of play a Prince record or a
Yeah.
Al Green record or a Luther record or whatever, and then keep jamming until they just found themselves somewhere a bit different. And obviously, in the case of like Feel Like Making Love, they just kept it as a cover and put it on the record.
True. I feel like a lot of your stories like stem from like having the classical training and having that ability, and then things like piercing through and blowing your mind.
Yeah.
Completely the opposite end.
Nice. No.
Maybe.
No.
Wow.
It's mad, the ecosystem of the groove of it all, that it doesn't fall apart. Like
The guitar
Pino-
in there just scratches just a little.
Yeah.
Like.
Stick to my guns, yeah. Gonna put my finger on the trigger, I'm gonna pull it, then we gon' see. What the deal, baby, what the deal?
Do you think you're thinking about this as a drummer?
I just want to put it
Thinking about it as
As an
a
experience.
feeble human, yeah. Trying to like. I mean, I could have played any of the records from this. I thought about playing Spanish Joint. There's also a version of Spanish Joint where it's just D'Angelo playing it on the piano, and his left hand is so crazy. But yeah, this is. It's just a. Also, the vocal mix of his vocal, it's so it's like here. It's so not here. There's so much space for harmonies and groove and air between. I always fuck that up on records. I always want to try and do that better.
Too close, too far.
I usually go too close.
Okay, it's D'Angelo. Oh, you know, there's something effortless to
Yeah,
everything he does.
totally.
All right, well, I've got one more track, then you got one more track.
Okay.
Oh, gotta keep that going. Breakdown.
The part coming in as it fades out is such a tease, yeah.
Let's bring them on, ladies and gentlemen. Dubstep. Burger Gang, nigga. We back. Yes, we are.
This is the same era.
Yeah.
Well, it's 7. It's known as Ferrari Day.
Crazy loop.
Cool in the game.
Really?
Yeah, I've got really hard.
Popping shit like nigga, that's what you call it, day. We on the corners while we bottle sipping.
Such a flip.
I'm really interested to hear.
I guess I play all this stuff because like Dilla, Pete Rock, the kind of mash of what becomes you. Were you a Dilla guy?
Yeah, hugely. I don't know what it is that means that like basically every producer I know had at least
Donuts.
2 years of trying to do exact copies of Dilla.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously unbelievably good, is one of the reasons, but it's mad how much it's just like, I almost know no one in music who didn't go through a phase of trying to emulate Dilla.
That's the sound.
Tempo in this is so... Okay, yeah, go to the P-roll one.
They hop out, we dipping. In the midst of the pumpers while they valve flipping. Nobody wanna go to Rikers Isle system. So
Jim
the
Jones,
trash
Max
swivel,
B.
the 40 cows hitting. Double park with my hazard light blinking. Looked at my Chapar, spent half the night drinking. It's like they spent half my life drinking. And I remember we was flying to the rinking. And after that, skate to the key. And I was worth about an 8 for the key. Nigga 16, make a little.
That's what it's all about, though, right? Like you can listen to this, and then you can listen to Cool and the Gang,
Yeah.
and then it's this whole thing. Such an era. Now tell me about your last song.
My last song is just,
It's quite a shift. I don't know it, but it feels like a bit of a shift.
yeah, it will be a shit.
So maybe we'll fade this out.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna do the fade in at the same time. Hold on. It's flawless.
Go. Mixing via Spotify. Ooh.
Slightly jolty mix. This is for me just like, I wanted to play this because it's just song. There's no like
Song.
just the art of just the, you know, like we're talking about Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell yesterday, and like to me there's just like times the above all is just like a song is like the king. Like I love it when there's a song, and this is an absolute song.
Let it make fire ring. Oh, but I know love as a fading thing, just as fickle as a feather in a stream. See, honey, I saw love. You see, it came to me. It put its face up to my face so I could see. Yeah, then I saw love disfigure me into something I am not recognizing. I said, come on in. I will not open myself up this way again. And lay my face to the soil, nor my teeth to the sand. I will not lay like this for days now upon end. You will not see me fall, nor see me struggle to stand, to be acknowledged by some touch from his gnarled hand. You see the cage it called. I said, come on in. will not open myself up this way again.
Like I love it's just the words, and it's so simple. Like it's same 4 notes that we've heard loads of times. I'm obsessed with when people find the simplest way of making it, of making something that just feels magical. I think that's what Max Richter, who you mentioned earlier, who we both know, I think he and I are both obsessed with when you just find this alchemy of ingredients that feels to you like it becomes more than the sum of its parts. And to me, this it's got the hypnosis with the, it's got the basis of the harmony, and then just he's saying these.
It's so familiar, but yet,
but it just becomes something more to me. It's just familiar, but just magical. Yeah.
You sum it up so nicely, because I spent the day shooting with your team yesterday, and you. And I'm just trying to piece together what is it, you know? And I think I mentioned to a few people there is a magic, and I know I don't want to be blowing smoke, but it's like you and the team are trying to catch that lightning in a bottle, and you're willing to go out there in the rain, in the storm to get it, you know?
Yeah, big ups everyone.
Seeing Lucy out there holding everyone back as you're recording the music video, I'm like, you guys are doing it. And it's like, let's see what happens, you know? You're not sending anyone else up to do it, you're doing it, you know?
Thanks, man.
Such a pleasure to be in your world for
Thank you, Derek.
A day and a half. I think we see this one out. Fred. Brett, thank you for your place. Fred, thank you for coming over.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for having me.
Oh, my pleasure.
From some awful dream. Oh, and all you folks you come to see, you just stand there in the glass looking at me, but my heart is wild and my bones are steel, and I could kill you with my bare hands if I was free.
That's it. That's the show.
That's it. Thank you so much, Derek.
Thank you,
That was
man.
such a joy.
Enjoy that?
Lovely. That's a lovely way to spend any day.
Isn't it?